Yeah. Welcome back, folks,
Welcome.
to the Wrinkled Podcast, episode 32. Oh my
Yes.
God. 32.
Hey,
We're
man,
almost
it's about as old as I am.
Damn! This man's ancient.
Back
Have
in
you
my
seen that
day.
clip? What was it? It's Don Cheadle talking to Kevin Hart, and he's like,
Oh,
man,
yeah,
I'm almost 50. And Kevin Hart just, without breaking a
Damn.
sweat. Damn! It's just like, oh my God. He didn't even think. It was
That's
just
how you do it,
like,
man.
woo!
Yeah, because it's got to be fast. You know, there's no time for deliberation on a roast. You know.
Oh, that's so great. Anyway, welcome back, folks. I'm Morgan. This is Hunter. We're wrinkled. We're ready. We're sweaty.
Mm.
Or at least I am.
Yeah, definitely that last one.
Big sweaty. So the Acolyte trailer dropped, and
Okay, hold on. Before what are you calling it?
The Acolyte?
It's Acolyte.
The
Alkalite.
You know what? That's one of those words that I'm gonna have to work on, because I used to do the same thing with nuclear, like a nuclear bomb, and a nuclear. I put the L towards the end. Nuclear and nuclear.
Yeah. It's like it
feels the same.
It's the Tupperware situation, you know.
Yeah, see, that one never got me. Tupperware, like, that's always been a P. I don't know who's been saying that with a B, but
I mean, usually when you go fast, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. But Acolyte.
Yes,
Okay.
Acolyte.
Alkalite. Yeah, it's not like alkaline water. What am I thinking?
No. Because you said it first before you were like, oh yeah, we're going to talk about the Alkalite. I was like, okay, we're going to talk about this because he's going to call it again.
Oh, that man knew. He's like, ooh, I'm going to get his ass. Frame one.
Listen, man, I just got to make sure we're all right.
We're going to throw up that Chick-fil-A girl. Huh? No Chick-fil-A sauce?
Dude, she... Huh? Bro, I thought she was like... I'm not going to lie. I thought she was on some drugs, man.
Look like it. It was like, dude, why are your eyes popping out so hard?
But hey, listen, you know, some people just like that.
Yeah. I mean, listen, that's going to get it. I don't know if Chick-fil-A accepts tips, but it's going to fill up that tip jar.
Well,
actually, they probably don't. Right. Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, maybe they do. Maybe they like have something there, but to be fair, I can't remember the last time I went inside a Chick-fil-A, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely been a while. So, trailer for The Acolyte dropped. Also, I found a probiotic root beer.
Oh, yeah.
I'll try it. Looks pretty good.
What is the one?
Olipop?
Like, yeah, Olipop, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was getting her like some of those wellness shots.
Got the Samus Aran shirt.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Hey, man, when's the merch drop?
I wish, man.
Listen, when this gets big enough, we need to do a Sir Squatch drop, and it'll be that picture. That gentlemanly Sasquatch.
My lady.
Oh, yeah, I can definitely taste everything else that's not root beer in there. It's not bad, but it's definitely like...
battery acid?
Yes. Quite. So The Acolyte dropped. Me personally, I think it's awesome. It looks great. Good. It's given me a lot of what and I say this every time a new Star Wars comes out, because usually they make at least one change that I like. The tone's darker. Awesome. Yes. The fighting, man. And this is why I want them to go back and do like Old Republic stuff. I like seeing Jedi or just Force users who are confident in themselves. Like we see that, you know, the clip of Trinity's character fighting.
It's Carrie-Ann Moss.
Listen, she will always be Trinity. She will never not be Trinity.
Like, I like that. I like you pause in your video. You pause the trailer. You go, "Is that Trinity?" I'm like, "Motherfucker, that's Carrie-Ann Moss."
Yeah, she's always Trinity. Like
that's fair.
You see her fighting her, and she's just like bobbing and weaving. I mean, she looks like Neo fighting Smith with one hand. Like, oh, okay, this is more of an inconvenience.
Yes,
that's how it should be. You have the Force augmenting you compared to a human You're like Captain America. Like
Well, yeah.
there should be, or like when she throws that kick and the guy just like catches it. I'm like, yes, that is how it should be.
Yeah,
Give
I think there's a lot of like I don't want to say like nerfing. It's kind of how they nerfed like Hulk and Drax in like Marvel movies.
yeah,
Like both of them are extremely powerful. Like Drax is usually on par with Hulk, like at least base form Hulk.
yeah. One of the comics, he
Um,
kills Thanos.
yeah. So like, usually pretty strong guy. And I get it. You got to kind of nerf it for, especially for like the movies and stuff.
Yeah,
Um, because obviously they kind of have a different tone, and it's like I understand that. Again, what works on comics and what works in books doesn't necessarily translate 100% to film or either or. So I could take that. But man, they just been really like I feel like the Force users in like the past couple of years of Star Wars stuff. At least it's not like I don't enjoy it, but I just feel like they've been nerfed to shit, man.
yeah.
You
Which
know,
I understand because, and this is the same. God, I love that we're starting with this. The prequel Jedi failed because they were so arrogant in the fact that, oh, there's no way the Sith could rise up. We're
hmm
here. Like, we've been here. We're keeping guard. There's no way that would happen. They
yeah,
were so overconfident. And that's what it made them complacent.
hmm
It's why, again, you see some of these older Jedi or, like, again, some of the older Republic stuff. The feats they're accomplishing with the Force or just their fighting, it's so much more visceral and
yeah,
quick. And it's like they were actually in a war. Whereas the prequel Jedi were like, yeah, we're going to go fight some droids. Like, this might as well just be like cleanup duty. Like, all
yeah, pretty
right,
much.
droids, cool. Yeah,
Couple,
encountered like,
yeah, couple planets off in
yeah,
wherever. It's like okay,
they
sure,
had
whatever.
they had no reason to train like every single Jedi's life depended on it because it really
hmm
didn't.
No,
And so I'm so ready to just, yeah, I'm ready to see the Jedi acknowledge the fact that the Force is a tool. And if I have to use it like a weapon, I'm not going to feel bad about it.
yeah, I heard rumors that it might be rated R.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my
That
God,
that's
that would,
that's one of the rumors I
oh,
heard. Again, I highly doubt it, like almost to like where that rumor shouldn't even exist. But again, if they can capture that tone and kind of turn it into a PG-13 and maybe skirt,
mm-hmm.
to like an R rating, because again, it's on streaming platforms, so it's not going to affect like it only going to affect their uh like kids accounts for Disney Plus.
Right.
Couldn't watch something like that. Anybody else with a normal account could watch that. So, but if they get that
Oh,
vibe and get it close to an R
God,
rating, dude, I would be excited, man.
me
I'd
too.
be happy.
Yeah, man, it's how it should be.
hmm
Or, I mean, make like two different versions. Shoot the entirety of it in R and then, chop it up and kind of make it, I don't know.
Mm,
Like how they do theatrical releases or like director's cuts or whatnot.
yeah,
Do that with the show and make it R. Like, why not? It's about time. And I get it. It's Disney, it's Star Wars. It's something that everyone's supposed to be able to enjoy. I
yeah,
get it.
yeah.
But man, you talk about capturing like a new audience. You release like an R-rated Star Wars, like, oh my God.
I could definitely get the vibe.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I mean, it's like Deadpool. Like, wasn't that the highest grossing R-rated film for like a couple of years?
yeah, which is impressive.
Yeah.
You know,
And hopefully,
especially nowadays where everything I feel like caters to children or young teens.
yeah.
You know, so
But yeah, I think they forget that like parents have to take their kids to these.
yeah.
So that's one reason I think that Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animated show, is
hmm
such a well written show because it's a cartoon, obviously catered to kids, but the lessons they deliver are very adult lessons.
Yes.
They don't kidify the lessons. Like they put it right out in front of you. Like these are all kids, but they are dealing with some real adult shit.
I mean, because I mean, as a kid, you do deal with adult stuff. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You're making your child worse by not exposing them to society and the things that happen, and you try to baby your kid forever. Like it turns them. I don't like using that word because it implies like weak, but you turn them soft.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have that. I call it the. It's like a barrier almost. You know what I'm saying? That you
Yeah.
kind of have to break down with a kid to
Yeah. I
get
think
them
it's
to
part
understand.
of like parents forgetting that they're raising their child who's going to become an adult.
Yes.
So you do have to expose them. You do have to let them make mistakes, and they have to face adversity in order to be a capable adult.
Hmm.
Otherwise, they're going to go out in the world and, oh my God, ugh, everything's so just like bearing down on me. What do I do? Like,
Yeah.
you have to
Turn your
face
kid into
problems.
to bubble boy.
Yeah, it's like, man, you got to face some struggle growing up to kind of prep you, because the world isn't fair. It's not nice all the time. Um, but yeah, man, oh God, an R rating. I don't think they will. I could see PG
No.
13.
Yeah. I can see like a hard 13 though.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
that'd be
you
great.
know,
That'd be fantastic. Um,
because they
but
could
yeah,
get away with it with like animals and shit because they're not human, obviously,
yeah.
So,
I think,
but
and
if they could
again,
like skirt the line with like stormtroopers in their their armor, maybe see some decapitations or
yeah.
some,
I mean, I
some
don't know
limb
how it
splitting.
works because, again, with like lasers and lightsabers, you're not going to get a lot of blood.
No.
Theoretically, it should just chop off and like carterize.
See, okay, like another word that we're gonna work on,
Okay,
cauterize.
whatever.
Man, call it
Is
Nick
it that one
Carterize.
too? Carterize. Damn, you're
Cauterize.
right. Oh my God. Listen, we're learning something new every day.
Oh boy. Hey, listen, that's what life's all about, man.
But like you're not going to get blood squirting everywhere. So I feel like you
Because
could.
I think the issue less so has become like the blood, because there's some PG-13 movies with a lot of blood, and I'm trying to think of like one I saw, but they could usually get away with like it's usually the like attacking humans or like humanoids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a bug person doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Bug person, whatever. But like a humanoid, kind of like looks similar to human. That's where they kind of draw the line at. Because it's
Well,
they don't want to depict violence against humans, essentially.
so they're just going to decapitate all the aliens then?
Yeah, zombies and shit, like, that's fine because they're dead humans that came back to life. Sure, they're already dead, but
Isn't
when
that
you
the
specifically
same
start
like
talking about
Japanese
humans,
media rule? Isn't that why like one arm Gohan isn't in a lot of games? Is
yes,
because
well,
it's something like that.
specifically skeletons, anything like showing, they turned away
Bone
from
or
blood a long time ago. Yeah.
got it. Okay.
Um, which is a travesty, man, because Future Gohan listen, that's a good
Man.
looking fucking design right there, man.
Yeah.
You
I
want
mean,
peak like Dragon Ball design is Future Gohan.
yep. And it makes sense too, man, because it follows Gohan's development. Like
Yes.
he never fights unless he has to. Man,
Hmm.
in that future, he has to all the time. So it makes sense. Um,
Damn androids.
fuck, what a scene. Oh God. Break your heart.
I think about it right now,
Um,
man. It's fucked up.
and okay, I think I know the entire plot of there was a leak for Acolyte. I haven't looked at it. I don't want to.
Hmm.
But I was thinking about if the writers care about the continuity, because I've seen the whole part of the internet. Oh my God. I thought Sith haven't been seen in 1,000 years. It's like, guess what? The Jedi could be wrong like they were the entire time, but let's not talk about
Or
that.
they could scrub shit from the archives, which is something they consistently did.
Whoa, yeah, there's 10 different explanations. But if they're going to follow continuity, I think this Acolyte person, the chick in the
Should be
trailer,
Palpatine. Oh,
I think maybe she's gonna backstory. She's gonna be like, I don't know, some parents died in something, has some vendetta against Jedi, whatever.
mhm.
Whoever the Sith is at the time finds her, and she's like, "Oh, you're a apt candidate to be my apprentice, right?" Starts training her. I think she gets out of hand. She starts taking out too many
Oh,
Jedi
she gets
quickly,
unruly.
and she starts drawing too much attention, and he's the whoever the master is, let's say it's Plagueis's master, Tenebris. He's
Uh-huh.
like, hey, chill out. The whole point is to hide and build up. And
Yeah.
she's like, nah, fuck that. So it's going to end with a group of Jedi coming to find her. And he, tells himself, oh, this is perfect. I can kill her. I can kill all of them.
Yeah.
And then when everybody finds them, it'll be all the dead Jedi and this dead assassin. And they just think they took each other out. So he's going to go kill them all, grab her lightsaber if that was her in the trailer, and then just peace out and find a new apprentice. And as far as the Jedi know, there was this assassin. They took her out. Nobody
Yeah.
actually knows there was a Sith. No witnesses. Like, he killed everyone. So all it is rumors.
Interesting. Hmm. That could work.
Yeah.
How does that, I always question, like, how do you turn that into something going forward? How do you
You mean
expand on
like
that?
season
Like,
2?
like if you're Disney or if you're, you know, whoever, like, how do you expand on that, point? How do you bring it into, are you making it a self-contained story that only exists for like a 30-year period? Are you just working on these characters? Like what,
Mhm.
So we'll have to see. Maybe it'd just be a one and done type thing,
I think it would be cool if like a bunch of projects they made were all from the perspective of the Sith, and each
Yes.
story was independent, and each story was about how hard the Sith had to fight to make sure the Jedi never found out. So each story is going to be like a cut close, like, oh, fuck, we got to do this and this and this, and I got to kill them to
Yeah.
make sure they don't find. I think it would be cool to see like a 2,000-year period in different projects of like, oh, this is an event where the Jedi almost found out. This is an event that happened where the Jedi did find out, but they had to catch him on the way to Coruscant or some shit.
Yeah. Could be interesting.
Like,
I've always wanted they kind of did it, I think, with the Jedi, but I always wanted something that was like you focus on like one Jedi, one Sith. You release an episode, kind of give them their background, their story, kind of what led up to them being who they are and what they did and all that kind of stuff. You know, so I really
that could be
wanted
cool.
something like that just to get more names out there and kind of like develop the backstory a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean that Tales of the Jedi did really well, like where it
That's
expanded
what
on
I'm saying.
Dooku and
Yeah, I
Ahsoka.
wanted
Like,
something like that, but for Sith,
yeah, I think they should, like, one of their next projects should be Darth Bane because they've already established him in Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So go back and do a show. Like, the books are amazing. Do a
Mm.
show about establishing the rule of two and how that came to be. Man, that would be so cool.
Yeah. If it's anything, it's like they're super weird when it comes to that stuff, man. Like I said, I wish they would just do it, just buckle down and get it done. But
Yeah, I
you know, they got their plan. So
I'm confused about why the internet is calling Acolyte woke.
dude, I swear to God,
Like, what was
people
in the
use
trailer that? Because usually you can tell if something's delivered super like cringy. You're like, ugh, I didn't get that. I'm like, usually it pops out. Did I miss something in the trailer that was, or are people just
no,
dumb?
because this is the thing with this word, man, is that it doesn't mean anything anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's become used as like a kind of like a catch all for everything, right? You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, woke was like it wasn't what it was now. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It was an Ebonics word, African American vernacular English. It was AAVE word, woke. Pay attention, look, what I'm saying? Look at the government, look what they're doing, stay woke, you know what I'm saying? Now it's been corroborated into this garbage, like there's nobody who looks like me in this, so it must be woke.
I see.
You know. But you notice how when it's only one group of people saying that shit, you know,
Yeah, that's true.
that's it.
Yeah.
No, nobody complains when 30, 40 years ago there wasn't enough black actors, wasn't enough Latin actors. They're calling that shit woke. Just go, man, the reputation's lacking, but the movie's still good.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I, I I don't understand it. Like I said, it's a catch-all word that doesn't mean anything now. And if you use that word unironically, you're a loser. That's just facts. You know, you're not cool. You're not funny. I see it all the time on IGN. They're calling Godzilla woke. They're calling Acolyte woke. Like, bro, you don't even know what that word means. You're just saying shit just to say it.
Yeah, like expand on that.
They can't. They're clowns, man. Put the fucking makeup on, dude. Go to school because that's what you are. Fucking clown.
Oh, IGN. Yeah, they've really. That's why
And
I
like
we
that
were.
that's another dude, that's another thing, man. Is people take these reviews and shit to heart and I will never understand it. Never
Yep.
ever ever understand it.
This is
Like
this is
they
again
gave
learning to think critically. Everything
bro,
you hear is from somebody's personal opinion. It doesn't mean
that's the
shit.
shit that's the shit I don't understand, man. Like when they gave Spider-Man 2 an 8 and they were kind of and I got some of it too. Because at first I questioned it, but when I played the game, I was like, yeah, this is maybe a 7 for me, honestly.
Mhm.
Um, they were talking about like, oh, it's better than the first game, this and that. Oh, how do you give it an 8? I'm like, just because it's better like in this part of the game doesn't mean it's better overall, you know?
Yeah, it's better
Um,
in the speed, the traversal.
yes.
I don't give a damn what anyone says. I can't go back to the first one now because you start web winging and like zipping through.
Yeah, yeah.
It is beautiful.
There's a speed element that you kind of get with the second game that you really didn't get with the first one.
Yep.
Um, but I think they gave like some movie a 10 out of 10 and people are upset. Some they gave like the second season of Jujutsu Kaisen like a 6 or something like that. And I was like, who cares? If you enjoy it, just watch it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand like what's this obsession with like reviewers or people who review games, movies, shows, whether well, this is what I give it. This is a blank out of 10. And you go, okay.
Yeah. I
I thought
think
it was a 10 out of
people
10, or I thought it was I mean, it's the same reason with that guy. We talked about a little bit last week or 2 weeks ago with the Horizon Zero Dawn guy who gave it like a 1
oh
out of
yeah.
10. And like for me, that game's like a 3 out of 10. I just
Mhm.
don't enjoy it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? It's not a 1 because the one on my scale is different.
Yeah, one is
You
like
know,
Days Gone. No, sorry, the other one. Day Before.
day before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something that's either so remotely bad that like I gave the Division 1 a 1 when it first came out because I couldn't
Dang.
play it.
Ah, okay.
It could crash my computer. It would stutter, and I had a good rig at the time to play that game, you know?
Yeah.
So I gave it a 1 because it's a piece of trash, you know? But if I could play it and I can get some joy out of it, it's like, it's not that bad. Maybe it's not for me, the story or whatever, like, sure, you know?
Interesting. Yeah,
But again, I don't understand this attachment to
I think because people so I think it's an important thing when you grow up, you really have to question like who you are constantly because who you are is really who you were exposed to, what you were exposed to, what you were
yes.
told, what you were shown. Okay. I think to that, because people don't know that, when it comes to their hobbies or what they like to do or the shows they like, they also ingrain it so deeply in them
Mhm.
that, oh, it's a 3 out of 10. What? That's part of my personality. I hate
Yes,
you. It's like
exactly.
they don't know how to separate, hey, this is a hobby of mine. If somebody
Mhm.
else hates it, that literally does nothing to affect my enjoyment of it
Nope.
at all. So it shouldn't bother me in the slightest.
Yeah.
But
Like I said,
people don't
it's
know how to make that like disconnect of who you are doesn't have to be about what you like.
yeah, what you enjoy, what you like to watch. It's like you're more than that, man. Be
Yeah.
more than that,
I
please.
I think that's scary for people. It's because if they strip all that off, they don't know who they
Oh
are.
yeah. No, no,
So then it's
absolutely. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
which
You know.
is scary. Like I get that's a tough thing to think about. It's like, wow, everything I believe is, what my parents did or what my friends said. Like, what do I actually think? What do I believe? What do I align with? And that's like a tough,
Mhm.
conversation to have with yourself.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, but it's sad, man. Like they're just reviews.
Yeah.
Eh,
I
eh,
know.
think about everything. Everything is from somebody else's perspective. It's like when I watch The Truth's Dokkan videos. He's speaking from the perspective of somebody who has every unit rainbowed.
Yes.
So when
So
he's talking
I
about, oh, these only last 5 turns. It's like, yeah, because you have rainbowed units.
Mm-hmm.
For us, it lasts 10 because we don't.
Yes.
So you have to always be thinking critically, like, all right, this is from somebody else's perspective, not mine.
Because it's a very important part of life, you know, finding out other people don't agree with you, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's understandable, you know. But damn, do you guys piss me off with that shit, dude?
Yeah.
Like I said, you start calling Godzilla woke. That's when I had problems, man. Godzilla's
What's
always been
woke
woke.
about Godzilla?
Because in the new one, he's got pink scales, which by the way is always existed beforehand. You fucking idiots.
What's wrong with that, dude? It looks dope.
And yeah, no shit. It looks like fucking Rose Godzilla, man. This shit's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's like he went Super Saiyan Blue and then Super Saiyan Rose. Like, that shit's awesome. And I know there's inspiration from that.
Oh, 100%.
100%. Like,
and I didn't know this, but apparently on like the radiation scale or like light or whatever, like pink does something, so it's more powerful or something. I was like, that
like
actually
more
makes
irradiated or something.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
Cool.
But like I said, people are idiots. They type shit out. Like I saved because I wanted to talk about it. I saved the post from IGN about talking about Godzilla like a couple weeks back. The comments were like, "Man, when did Godzilla become woke?" I'm like, "You guys are fucking idiots, dude."
Oh my
Like
god.
major dumbasses. You can't even describe the word.
Yeah,
Like I said,
what makes it woke?
It's a catch-all for nothing. That's what it is. You know, some idiot in Florida decided to start using that word, and now everyone's attached to it. I'm like, bro, it existed before that.
God, I just again,
I just hate
outside of
people.
all of that, he has now pink scales and like plasma. Does that change the story at all? No.
I mean,
Who
it
cares?
should. You know,
and no, I mean in terms of like it's still Godzilla shooting plasma.
yes,
It
yes.
looks different. It's an aesthetic
Yes.
choice, but does it actually change what's going? Unless they explain like, oh, now his plasma is more powerful or something, whatever. But it doesn't change. It's still Godzilla. Like,
That's what I'm saying, man. And this is honestly what happens when. And I here's the thing, and this is gonna sound like I'm like gatekeeping, which I kind of am, but only to an extent. This is what happens when new fans enter your fandom. You know what I'm saying? When the new generation got into anime, DBZ, Attack on Titan, before it was just like, oh sweet, like, oh Attack on Titan, man, it's really good, right? Oh yeah, I like it because of this. Oh, One Punch Man, like yeah, it's a little corny, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, I like it because of this. Now it's like, well, who can beat who? Now it's all power scaling. Now it's all universal feats and lightning speed. It's like I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, dude. I just want
Yeah.
to see some cool shit.
Yep.
You know, it's the same thing with Godzilla. They watch Shin Godzilla, which is good, but in my opinion, it's not one of my favorite Godzilla films. And then they watch -1, and then they see the American versions, and they go, "Well, the American versions are not as good because this." I'm like, motherfucker, I just want to see big lizard shoot radioactive beam. I don't need it to be some cinematic masterpiece beyond my comprehension. I just
Yep.
want it to be good.
We
You
don't
know,
need
and
some
as a
deeper meaning or
massive,
anything.
yeah, as a massive Godzilla fan, they're all good. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with because those are my fandoms: anime, Godzilla, and then Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
That's my issue because people have only played 5. They've only ever watched 2, never played 3, never played the original games. And all of a sudden, Venom Snake he's the coolest, man. I was like, that motherfucker sucks, man. God damn it. I hate that bastard and what he did to the fucking goddamn. It's what happens when new people enter your fandom, which is fine. Like I said, I want people to enjoy things. I'm not saying don't enjoy things, don't whatever, but it's become something else now. You know, it's become a different beast that realistically kind of always existed, but is almost exclusively kept to like the super nerds. You know what I'm saying? Like the super duper duper nerds. Like that shit was not. That was a normal discourse at the table. It was like, man, did you see Vegito fight fucking Buhan? It's like, yeah, I did. Oh, do you think he could beat Saitama from One Punch Man? It's like, motherfucker, that shit was not happening. And like I said, that's just all it is now. And I hate
That's
it.
true. It was,
You know?
yeah, it was just talking about like, oh man, how do you think he's going to beat Boo? Or
exactly.
like, oh, what do you think they're going to do in the next episode? Like, It's not a
Now it's
competition of your fandom versus somebody else's. Nobody
exactly.
cares.
Now
Nobody
it
cares.
became what was the super death battle? It's on one of the YouTube
Oh
series where
yeah,
they
yeah,
like
yeah.
put yeah, and
Mhm.
that just became like internet like that was fandom to the nth degree, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, these sick ass fights, you know, like it was a Captain America versus Batman and like Goku versus Superman and all this kind of shit. I'm like, yeah, they're interesting, I guess, to
Yeah.
go about it like that when you look at it kind of logically, but you
Well,
know,
the one that's my favorite is Omni Man versus Homelander. It's the
I mean, Omni
animated one.
Man, yeah, I know
Oh,
he always wins that 10 out of 10
he
times. So
washes Homelander. It's great.
yeah,
But I mean, yeah, they're fun, but and this is with everything, honestly. Like reviews, those death battles conversations, cool. It should always only be fun.
yes,
When you let it get to the point of, no, fuck you, Saitama beats everyone. It's like, dude,
yeah.
chill out. These are
So then it's
fake
a problem.
stories. They're drawings, they're animations. It's not real life. This is a real person you're talking to. You don't make a real problem out of fake shit. Like
People
it's
do it all the
okay.
time, man.
Yeah. It's sad. Just enjoy life. Take only the good. Like if you got the choice, take the good. Have those
Yes,
conversations. Have fun. Don't let them get sour. This is more Star Wars. Take that.
that's
It's
what I'm
gonna be
saying,
sweet.
dude. I'm like, this. That's the first thing that comes to your mind when something like that you like comes out. Then you don't like it.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
dude. You set the
you just don't.
stage for disappointment. If
Yes,
your initial thought is, "Oh, I hope this isn't woke," it's like, dude, you're already gonna fail watching this. You're gonna hate it.
you know, it's like, what's the point?
This is what I
You
told
know,
somebody. They commented about Ubisoft,
mm,
which, yeah, they've been very hit or miss these days.
yeah,
And I think it was like Skull and Bones. They're like, this is why I don't play Ubisoft games anymore. I'm like, I get it, but I played the new Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, fucking
solid game,
amazing. A
solid game.
Ubisoft original. Like, listen, I get it. You don't like paying for a game and then it turning out to be shit or whatever, or your expectations not being met. Don't just write off things.
That's why I just wait, man.
Yeah.
I just wait. You know, like I wanted to get Dragon's Dogma 2, but I know it's from Capcom, and I
Yeah.
know they've been pretty solid with their PC game
Mhm.
releases lately. I was hoping that if it was the same, I probably was going to pick it up yesterday and play all day,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. You
I
know,
haven't
and
had any, I don't know, like, dude, I swear I'm getting really lucky.
mhm.
I have not had any problems. No stuttering, no like frame, you know.
Yeah. From
I'm,
what I've seen, that's pretty. I think there was a patch, or maybe like the when the actual game came out, like a fully updated version of the game. I think it kind of solved that issue
Mhm.
for a lot of people. I don't think I would have any problem with my computer.
Yeah.
Um, I think the problem that I would have is, I mean, the microtransactions, man.
I,
You know, it's like,
I,
yeah, I don't have to buy them, of course. You know what I'm saying?
you
But
won't really want to buy them.
this is a $70 fully priced game, and they're
Yeah.
single player, and they're smashing microtransactions. And the fucked up part is, during all the reviews, that wasn't available.
Yep.
So
That was
now
snake. That was very like a snake move.
that's what I'm saying. And everyone, I'm like, sure, okay, you don't have to buy them. That's not the point, though. This is a $70 game.
Yeah.
Like I said, if Spider-Man did this shit, y'all would be fucking obliterating it, you know?
Oh,
But
100%.
that's what
That's
I'm
true.
saying. So
Yep.
why do we give Dragon's Dogma leeway? Why do we give Capcom leeway for that shit? You know?
Maybe
No,
because we
I
expect
know
more of like the expectations from Insomniac are so much higher than Capcom. Like
that's fair.
some studios have set themselves up with a standard that is so high, they know if we do this shit, we're done. Whereas
Yeah,
Capcom, I mean, I feel like this has kind of been the standard.
that's fair. It's only been standard the past couple games, you know. Um Resident Evil 4, the remake. I know Monster Hunter, both World and Iceborne or Rise had yeah, I mean it's cosmetic though. There's nothing free to play or play to win about that game. You can't like,
Mhm.
you know, get weapons, or no, you got to craft everything on your own. So I get that, but they did have a voucher that you had to buy to edit your character, a bunch of layered armors, cosmetics, and stuff like that. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you don't have to buy those, but like, it's funny because the one comment that I've been seeing was like, well, nobody had a problem when it was Resident Evil 4 and Monster Hunter. It's like, yeah, people had problems, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? You know, go look at the
I didn't
articles
even
that
know
came up.
Resident Evil 4 had it. I
Yeah,
didn't even hear about that.
it's just like, oh, weapon things and
Skins and whatnot.
not even skin. No, it's actual weapon. Like, hold on, let
Oh,
me check the store right now.
I think the
But
reason the
yeah,
microtransactions for Dogma don't bother me is because you don't need any of them. Like
no,
people are like, oh, you can't change your character without. Yes, you can. Yes, you
yeah,
can. You can change
I
everything.
think the there needs to be better knowledge about that stuff because, like, again,
Yeah.
yeah, sure, you know, you can do it. Um,
Yeah. If there's no with a game like
yeah,
that when it doesn't spell in it. Oh, go ahead.
upgrade tickets, uh, attaché cases, handgun ammo, $1 for handgun ammo. I mean, the costumes and shit, those are fine. Treasure maps, um,
Okay, who buys these? Because the
people
original
who
Resident
don't know any better, man. That's the problem.
but Resident Evil 4, they didn't make it explicit, but I know it was something in the game engine or the code where the game would give you ammo when you needed it. It wasn't
Well,
advertised. It was something where like if you thought like if you were in a life or death situation, you would find ammo. Like it would
yes,
populate it when you needed it. I'm not
it
sure if they
was.
carried that over.
That started with Resident Evil 2, the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Okay.
Because in the original games, the ammo was set.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the spawns were set for the ammo. You know where to get your grenade launcher ammo, your shotgun shells, your handgun ammo, blah 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 blah. In the newer games, the remake, that's kind of how they made like this dynamic difficulty. Which is why you don't kill every single enemy you see in those games. And I've seen the speedruns; they kill legitimately, unless they absolutely have to, next to nothing.
Yeah, I watched one of
Because
the
it
Resident Evil
makes
2.
yeah,
It's crazy.
um, which is fine. You know,
Yeah.
like I said, that's understandable. Resident Evil 4, I think, is sure fine, whatever. But to sit there and put that shit on them, to buy all the shit separately, I'm not including the soundtrack
Mm-hmm.
because that's part of the like Steam bundle where it says add all the DLC to the cart. It's
Yeah.
about $100.
Ugh.
And remember, you can consistently buy those over and over again.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to look for the thing you need to upgrade your weapon, hey, sure, let me just buy the ticket. Like I said, and that's the problem is somebody will buy it. You know, like I said, I had problems with it then. I had problems with Dragon Dogma.
Yeah.
I had when I was playing Monster Hunter World back in 2018 or whatever the fuck it came out. I had problems with it then. You know, like I said, you can have problems with things. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure it's a good game. It looks fun. I enjoyed the shit out of the first one, but I'm not gonna buy it strictly because one, I want the game to be at its best when I play it.
Right.
You know, so I can
Yeah.
wait.
I
You
get
know,
maybe it's because like the reason they haven't stopped is because it hasn't gotten enough shit from people because the games apart from the microtransactions are good. Like
yeah.
Resident Evil 4
Usually,
remake,
yeah,
amazing, you
yeah.
know?
It's
Because
a
if you
hot take.
take
Hot
go
take.
ahead.
I think the original is better than the remake, but that's just me.
Why?
That's just me,
Why?
because I think personally, because again, slapping it in a new engine, you know, it like changing some of the boss fights. Yeah, it's cool. Sure,
Mhm.
remake, whatever. But there's something that's just to me is just perfect about that fourth game. It has like a little bit of the cartooniness. You know what I'm saying? And I know with these kind of new remakes, they're kind of going for like realistic a little bit more. They're kind of separating from like the cartoony elements that Resident Evil always had. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like the cheesy dialogue and
Yeah.
in five, Chris punching the boulder in the lava and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Although they
Um,
kept Leon's unnecessary backflip when the guy chainsaws through the
no,
wall.
listen, that's a tactiflip, man. You never heard about that before? That's so in midair he could draw his gun at the same time.
See, if this was an animated movie, that's what he would have done. He would have kicked off and pulled out
You're not
two
wrong.
pistols and
Listen, you're not
boo.
wrong, dude. Have you seen some of the Resident Evil animated
Yep.
movies? Dude,
Leon's like God. He just
my favorite shit is when they're doing the gun kata. So
oh
like
in the
it's just
hallway.
yeah.
He's he's got like 100 around him and he's just like
Dude, that shit is so stupid. He's not reloading. He killed like 40 zombies, no reload.
yep.
Ah, shit's great.
Ah,
But like I said,
interesting.
I like the original because it kind of sticks, I think, truer to what Resident Evil always is to me, which is
Mhm.
like cheesy, fun, actiony, a little scary. Like fighting the chainsaw guy for the first time in that village always frightened the shit out of me.
Oh, dude.
You know,
Yeah.
I think the only thing that's improved for me specifically is the I can't remember what they're called now, man. But it's one scene where you come across them and um they like they can regrow and they have like the big long claws and they're like swiping at you like when you're like the medical facility towards the end of the game.
The hunters.
Is that what? No, no, no. Hunters are like lizard looking things. These are in four, but I will say they look better and they are scarier in the remake than they
Weren't
were
they
in the
in 3
original.
too?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah. Those are the ones that
and
I got stuck at with only a knife. You,
oh,
I don't know if you remember that, but it was while I was streaming, and there were 3 of them, and I had like 3 bullets, and then I had
mhm.
to run around and like knife them for 30 minutes till they died.
I don't
It was
remember that,
bad,
but
man. It was
sounds about
bad.
right.
Um, interesting. I see. I can't ever in good conscience be like, yeah, that game back then is better. When this one plays better, it looks better. I'm enjoying it more
Yeah.
because some people are, oh, I love the tank controls. It's like
Hmm.
I bet that statement has like pumped full of nostalgia
Yeah.
because you can't tell me that, oh yeah, this tank control, this is so seamless compared to what they have now. Like, come on. But I
Because
also
again,
get it.
it adds like I don't know how to explain it, man. It adds like a level of not necessarily skill. That's not the word I want to use. It adds like almost a level of like technique. You know what I'm saying? To be able to position yourself correctly. You know what I'm saying? Not leave your back exposed. You know, you don't have complete. And plus, in those games, you could do about face down and B. You could just, you
Yeah.
could turn around. So if you knew how to play the games, uh, nothing was a problem. You
Oh,
know,
I was too young.
yeah.
My dad, I remember I had, I think it was PS4, and he bought Resident Evil 1, the original,
Mhm.
downloaded it, and he's like, yeah, I downloaded it and tried it. So I booted it up, played literally about 8 seconds, felt the tank controls. I'm like, nope, go home. I'm like, not, no, nope, no way. There's no way I'm enjoying this.
Yeah.
Like,
As somebody who's been playing games for legitimately my entire life, like literally my entire life, like 30
yeah,
years, like I could play anything and pretty much have any type of fun with it,
yeah.
at least try.
I see. Those were all too like hard for me back in the day. Like
That was the point, man.
my intro to get. I think the hardest game, like with the most difficulty that I got exposed to, was the first Gears of War with my brother when we
Hmm.
were playing on like hardcore, trying to beat Ram at the end.
Yeah.
That was
That's a
like,
yeah, that's a tough game.
yeah, dude, we were sweating. Or like trying to beat the Berserker for the first time. You're
Dude,
just like,
fuck that fight. That shit scared the fuck out of me, man.
yeah. And so that was, yeah. Or what is it? Metal Gear, is it 2 and 3 on combo on the GameCube that they released?
Oh, Twin Snakes?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. When
I
I
don't
don't
think 3 was a part of that. I think it was 2 and something else.
it was a combo. I don't remember which ones, but I remember fighting
Yeah.
Psycho Mantis, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think it's the first and the second one.
Okay.
Uh, okay, my face is gonna get real blown out here.
Ugh. Man's getting flashbanged.
Yeah. So there's a remake of Metal Gear Solid and the added version of Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty.
Okay. Yeah, that
So
one's great. But a lot of the games
yes.
I played, Lego Star Wars, which I don't care what you say, those games always kicked ass.
Yeah, they're great, man. They're great.
Especially before they added voices, and it was just like, oh,
Mhm.
oh,
Yeah. Ah.
yeah. And then like Force Unleashed,
Mhm.
which I'm debating downloading because they have a 60 FPS like mod.
Mod. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I understand it. I still really like the original like Ratchet and Clanks, even though they look like shit. Like I'd happily go back and play them.
Yeah. Because that's the thing though, is that they're solid games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When a game is solid, like years from now, like yeah, you go back and play. Like I still play Oblivion. That game is
Really?
almost it'll be 20 years old in like 2
Damn.
years. You know, I still play the shit out of Skyrim. I still play the shit out of Psychonauts, one of my favorite games of all time. That game is 2004. The game's 20 years old this year, and it holds up because it's a solid game.
Yeah.
Yeah, some issues with like some movement and some mechanics. And I think if when I play on PC, if the frame rate's too high on certain like things, I just go flying off, and I got to cap like the frame rate. um, but like I said, when a game is decent, it holds up for a long time. So.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that you know what? That's actually a really good thing. I think we've hit the point where 20 years from now, coming back to play a game won't feel so ancient. Like you
No.
come back and play God of War 2018, it's not gonna feel like going back and playing the first Doom. There's unless we're in like VR complete
That's what I'm saying. I think it depends on how like
advanced.
playing games different.
Yeah.
How we interface with games, I think that's going to be mainly what we're talking about.
I saw somebody. I'm sure you've seen them. They're online, like it's like a disc that you stand on, you strap in, and you can run on it.
Yeah.
Somebody's like, if they can integrate that into Helldivers 2,
oh God, no,
they're
thank
like,
you.
I'm gonna be back to my 22-year-old body. I'm gonna be shredded. Like,
listen, maybe that's what we need as a society to get healthy, man.
I could see it, and dude, I mean, they already do it a little bit with like Wii, or not Wii. Like they have that Nintendo Switch ring, and they have games that have you work out. I mean,
oh, I thought you were gonna talk about the balance board. I was like, dude, that shit's like
no,
almost 20 years old too.
No, they have that like ring that fits your two Switch controllers, and you do something with it.
Yeah, you do your stretches and
yeah. But I mean, man, if you can integrate something with physical activity and it's fun, people are gonna do it. Over in Reno, the hotel that my brother had his bachelor party at, the bottom had like a slushy bar, some restaurants, like an ice cream parlor, and then they had an arcade. And across the arcade was a full VR setup. So they had rides, they had a VR room. And one of the games was zombies. So they had this giant room, and you could get in with like 8 people, and they had rifles, and you fought zombies. That shit was so fun. And afterward, I'm like drenched in sweat.
Yes.
And it was great. I'm like, man, if you could bring that to the average consumer at home. Oh,
I can't wait to that's going to 100% be the future.
Ready Player One.
That I hope, imagine playing, I don't know why the first thing that came out was like a Pokemon game. Like imagine playing a Pokemon game, like you're running around like in the world, you're like sneaking up and capture, like, dude, that shit sounds fucking amazing.
I want to be a Jedi.
I want to be
that can go
Snake,
Super Saiyan.
More specifically, Big Boss. That's who I want to be. Crawl in the mud.
Pull out both lightsabers, and then I go Super Saiyan. Like,
Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I lost my lightsabers. Exactly. I mean, come on. Like, that would be sweet.
It really is your childhood come true.
Dude,
I want to be a Jedi Super Saiyan wizard.
Yes. Like, come on. Who wouldn't want to be?
Just be Batman. That covers all 3.
Nani? Robin, I watched these movies called Star Wars. I'm building a lightsaber.
Okay.
Bruce, don't we need to go fight? No. The city can wait. It's like I could see
time to shine, Batman.
It'd be funny if Rick and Morty did a crossover with Batman and Robin.
Oh my god, dude! Robin. Last season, Rick and Morty was fucking hilarious.
I'm still finishing it. I can hear the difference in Morty's voice.
Rick, it's funny because I could hear it more in Rick's voice than Morty's voice.
Really? Rick's, you can hear it, but I kind of got used to it. Morty's is the one that stands out more to me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think I have to go back and watch like an episode just to maybe see. But when I first saw it, I was like, Rick didn't sound great. And then you kind of listen to it, okay, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
And then when I hear Morty, it's like, it's actually pretty spot on. Because the thing with Rick is that he has a lot of like inflection. He goes up and down a lot. Like Morty's pretty kind of like, okay, we'll stick here and bam. If you're good at that, you'll be good at this.
I think it's because Morty doesn't whine as much anymore because he's kind of used to their adventures.
Yeah.
So it might be that too.
Yeah. But
yeah,
they also did the voice change for Corvo in they have that other series on Hulu. It's like what's it called?
The alien one.
Yeah.
Celestial bodies or something. Unstable neighbors or
the alien one.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Duh.
Brain
blast.
What's
if you want a brain blast, go down there and subscribe. Like, comment.
Fuck, it's not even on here. God
Tell us if you think Star Wars is woke. What do you think of Godzilla? Going Super Saiyan Rose. If Ready Player One was a thing, what would you want to be?
I mean, Mechagodzilla. It's already in the movie.
Nah, dude, Iron Giant. Are you kidding me? You see that movie where his head pops out and he like morphs into the giant gun? He would just smash Mechagodzilla. Have you seen the end of that movie? Where he gets threatened and like every body part turns into this giant gun?
Hey, hold on, man.
Listen, Iron Giant is the GOAT.
Is losing.
Nah.
You know how tall Mechagodzilla is compared to that motherfucker?
So?
Exactly.
My guy's agile. Look at him. He's darting. He's zipping. He's dodging. He's dipping. He's dragging.
All right, come on. Even I'm.
Listen. Dive, dip, dodge, duck, and dive.
Dip. If you could dodge a wrench, you can dodge a dodgeball. Whoosh. I just imagine Mechagodzilla throwing a wrench. Take that.
Oh man, God, that'd be so cool.
Listen, have you not seen the Godzilla vs. Kong Mechagodzilla? That motherfucker was covering like thousands of feet in like seconds.
I mean, that's true.
Motherfucker got some speed on him, man. He's definitely the fastest Mechagodzilla, I will say.
Iron Giant can fly though, and that's like a big advantage.
That's true.
That's like a big advantage.
Laser beam breath.
Yeah,
you just gotta look up and just.
Iron Giant's got laser beams.
Listen, it's not even a compare. Listen, I hate to be that guy because we literally just talked about it, but it's not happening. It's not happening. Mechagodzilla's not losing to Iron Giant. Let's look to see how tall Iron Giant is.
Super boss battle. Do that one.
It's not even a competition
battle.
It's got to be a competition for it to happen.
Plus,
it's 50 feet tall. What the fuck is he doing to Mechagodzilla?
Exactly. He's going to be like a little spider. He's going to be crawling on him. He's going to go right up his ass.
Listen, okay, that's the real question. Who do you think would win, Iron Giant or Mechagodzilla? Who literally has the brain of a Ghidorah, of King Ghidorah's head in it. Somehow he loses to Iron Giant.
Well, remember, Iron Giant can reassemble his body parts after he's blown apart. So theoretically,
this thing is not doing enough damage to even hurt Mechagodzilla. Like, it's not even fair. Like, that's like asking, like, a baby or a nuclear bomb. That's what you're asking. Essentially, is what you're boiling the conversation down to.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I mean, apparently,
maybe
some universe,
irradiated, turn into Hulk, baby Hulk.
What's it called? Where like if you hit something enough, eventually, like the atoms will align.
Oh, I don't know what the property's called, but yeah. If the atoms just align to where they miss each other, they'll just phase right through.
That's what you do with the baby and the bomb. If they're just right, the baby can survive the blast by going through the bomb.
The blast just totally misses him. Oh, that's funny.
Let's just hope it's non-ionizing radiation.
Why?
Well, that's the stuff that's like when your microwave, that's the radiation that it gives off. It's non-ionizing.
Interesting.
You know? But I think it does give off.
So we don't want to cook the baby, is what you're saying? Barbecued baby.
I mean, it'll happen regardless. Because remember, there's still glass at those test sites, because that's just how hot those things get. So that's scary. Crazy, speaking of, okay, it's crazy how we got on this topic. It's one of the sickest edits I've ever seen. It's Oppenheimer, right? It's that ending scene where he's talking to Albert Einstein.
Yeah.
And the music's playing, but it combines that with like Godzilla, like the bomb going off, Godzilla like rampaging through the city, and like the music too. And I'm like, this is fucking peak right here, man. This is some real good shit.
That would be, it'd be dumb, but it'd be really cool if Like in one of the Godzillas they reference. I know they kind of did like, oh, all those bomb tests, but it just for like the viewer, like,
Yeah.
oh, who started Monarch? Oh, so and so Oppenheimer. Like, what? Like, that'd be fucking sweet.
Cillian Murphy comes out.
Oh, that's great. God, what a time to be alive.
I know, man. We're getting so many good games, so many good movies, so many good shows. I just hit my mic.
Yeah, man. I don't know. So I got an early birthday gift, a PlayStation gift card.
Oh,
and I don't know what to use it on. I'm not getting
how
Rise of
much?
the Ronin.
I was to say, how much is it? Because you could probably get Rise of
100.
the Road. um,
I'm thinking about Killer Clowns from Outer Space is coming out. That's 40. So if that turns
yeah,
out well, then I'll
that looks
probably get
fun,
that.
man.
Yeah.
That looks fun.
And I love those movies. Like they're so
Oh,
dumb, but they're so good.
yeah. Listen, B movie. Oh, fucking shit, dude. I will say it until the ends of the earth, man. B movies are underrated. I know that's what they're called, B movies, but damn, are they not some of the
Hey,
solidest shit?
B is solid 85%.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Like
Killer Clowns
nothing
from Outer
wrong with a B.
Space, Kabuki Cop, fucking Revenge of the Killer Nerd,
I haven't seen any of those besides the Killer Clown one.
Thanks Killing.
Nope.
Those are absolutely hot trash, but damn, are they fucking funny as shit. Like the first one's enjoyable. Second one's like, third one is just hot ass. Because he kickstarted it, and like
Yeah.
he got crowdfunding, and like it just turned into something that just, like I said, it still has like that B movie feel to it. Don't get me wrong, but damn, is that shit bad. But yeah,
I'll need to watch it. But yeah, man, we're getting some. I think after Dragon's Dogma, apart from Sparking Zero, which doesn't have a release date, I think the
dude,
most.
you
It's
just
gonna
got
be
me so
amazing.
hyped to get it for that.
Oh
Shit.
my
I was
god,
just
it's
thinking
gonna be
about it.
so good. Like that is the fighting game I like. Is that burst limit kind of 2D, 3D fighter where you can fly around the arena? That shit is.
The
Anyway,
animations look so good.
yeah, they do. Oh,
I can't wait for this, man. I can't wait.
oh, it's gonna be so good. Apart from that, I think Space Marine 2 is probably my most hyped game for this year.
That game looks good, man.
Yeah. Yeah. But it comes out in September. So I don't know. I don't know what to get.
I mean, I'm playing through. I picked up some stuff on the Steam sale. I picked up Dave the Diver, which has been fun. That's been really fun. I picked it up because it's going to have a Godzilla collaboration coming here soon.
Ooh.
So I'm waiting for that. We've been playing a lot of Minecraft. I have a server we're playing on. Been playing the shit out of that. That's really fun. I should really need to go back and finish Hogwarts, man.
Dude, it's good.
I
The
know.
more you do like the side stories and you start to pick up some like darker spells, dude, it's good, man.
I think I'm not gonna do any of the forbidden spells on this playthrough.
Mhm.
Maybe next one I'll probably play through.
Mhm.
Still waiting on Power World to get some more updates. I know a couple weeks ago they just added a new update. It's gonna be a new like raid boss, so that
Yeah.
looks fun. But yeah, like I said, I'm waiting on Dragon's Dogma 2
It's
to
good.
hopefully, be solid.
Yeah,
I don't want to buy it and not play it, especially with the, from the reports I've heard of the PC issues. I'd rather not deal with it.
Yeah,
So
that's fair. But it's when you do get it, it's good, man.
listen, the first one was great.
It's kind of like Elden Ring, not too many like go here, do this. It's very open ended.
Yeah,
which I like better than Elden Ring because I also like Dragon Dogma's Dogma 2.
Dragon's
I like
Dogma.
that's it. Brain. I like the combat better.
Oof.
It feels better. Like
Man,
it's quicker.
It's crazy you're saying that because Elden Ring is regarded as like some of the best combat like you can get right now.
Because as a Souls like
No, just in general, man.
ri-
Yeah. All of the weapon arts, all the different weapon types, all the stat classing you could do mage builds, you could do dex mage, you could do just purely strength builds.
you said overall or as an RPG?
As an RPG.
Okay. Because I was about to say, I'm like, I'll take Ragnarok's gameplay over Elden Ring in a heartbeat. But that's comparing two totally different.
Yeah, you know, I like Elden Ring because just the choices are plenty. You know,
Yeah.
like
You
when we
have,
were playing, I picked up those just literally steel balls, dude, and that's the best thing I've ever used in a video game in a long time.
Yeah.
They're so satisfying to just go like, just like beat the shit out of somebody with.
I like it because it's oh god, how do I explain it? I like when my hits register some sort of reaction out of the enemy.
Mm.
And in Elden Ring, that doesn't happen much. It's
No,
when
because
you stun them and they fall to the ground and then you can go up for like a crit stab or something.
yeah,
That feels good. Everything else does not feel good.
that's fair because you're kind of hitting just like a hitbox.
Yeah.
You know, there's not a lot of engagement with like the physical enemy, which okay, I understand that a little bit. I
Yeah.
could say that. Yeah,
I
that's
like
that's an enemy
feeling.
thing. That's not a combat thing. You know.
That's true, actually. Yeah, that's true. I like feeling that registered like, oh, like what I did had
Yes.
an effect that I can see.
Listen, it's the same thing I said about Halo 4, man. It's very like crunchy. You know what I'm saying? When you're hitting something with like a gun, you feel like you're giving like a
Yeah,
lot
the
of weight.
punch. Mhm.
Yeah, you feel like the physicality of like your movement and the noise and everything combined. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like when you stab someone in Dragon's Dogma on the ground
Mhm.
and it's like a death blow, it stabs and then it zooms in and your guy's like, ah, and like you feel it in your controller.
He's
Like
crazy.
it's he's a madman.
He's a maniac. You stabbing babies.
But it's also quicker too, which
Yes.
I like. Um, but I do want us to go back and finish Elden Ring because
I know we really
I
should.
just saw a clip of a review and I'm like, oh, there's like 4 areas we haven't hit.
Oh
There's
yeah.
like area you get teleported to across the map, and I'm like, how do we do that?
Mhm.
So
No, those games always have. Like, I need to check to see if any of the old, like Dark Souls 3 has like an endless co-op thing, because
mhm,
that's my favorite. Like
yeah.
overall, it
Did you
combines everything.
did you play Demon Souls the remake?
No, but I have it.
I want to get it. Does that have co-op? Because I'd
Yeah,
love to
but
go.
it's not endless because remember it's only on PS5.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
So
Stop calling your games co-op. That shit sucks. That shit sucks, dude.
I like how that's your biggest problem with those games is like
dude,
the
I
co-op
will
is trash.
die on that hill. I will acknowledge
No,
Elden Ring is
it's been well
amazing.
known. Yeah, it's been well known for a long time, man.
I don't get like, yes, for all the Elden or all the Souls sweats out there who can just, no hit complete the game. Cool. For us who want to enjoy it, make that shit easier.
Because I
Options, invite friend, continue.
yeah, that's really how it should be. I
Hi.
know the way those games are set up is that they kind of don't, but that's why the mod for Elden Ring is so good because you can
Oh
just
my
do that.
god. I know.
You
It's
know?
that Elden Ring is game of the year worthy. Like
Yes,
100%.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, man.
So,
We need to hop back in that because I've been itching to get back into that lately.
speaking of games that we need to hop back into,
You said games that give you an itch.
well, listen, she'll call me back. Um,
Okay. Baldur's Gate 3?
Baldur's Gate 3, my friend.
Yeah.
We really got to finish our run,
Yeah, we do.
especially after the news that Swen Vinky
Oh,
announced over at was it Gamescom? Real disappointed, man. They're not
yeah.
working on any more DLC. Obviously, they're still patching the game. They're not going to leave it kind of how it is. They're still going to patch it and make it playable.
Right.
Um, Still working on that. Still working on getting some mod tools out to people, which is amazing. Can't wait for that. But yeah, they said they're done with the Baldur's Gate 3 in terms of DLC. They're not going to make a second game. I don't blame them. You know, kind of we talked about a little bit yesterday in your stream, the shit with Hasbro, Wizards of the Coast, having a record year of sales and profits. And again, they decided to fire 900 employees, most of whom were employees that worked with Larian um, to get all the specifics for Baldur's Gate and all that shit done. So I don't blame them.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, there's a scummy company, and I hate that they are the ones that have the license to D&D, but that's just how it is, unfortunately. I've been turning to other. We talked about it like a couple weeks ago because I was like, oh, that's like $30. That's like, oh, $15 for that. And like, oh, what are you looking at? I was like, well, aftermarket D&D campaigns and books and adventures and modules and stuff like that. Because I'm tired of supporting Hasbro for this shit when, again, how can you have records year in profits and fire 900 people?
Yeah.
Like I said, I hate this shit, man. It sucks, dude. And
It's like,
it's not just them. It's the whole industry, especially tech, is just going crazy right now with separations and shit.
yeah, I know there's that whole, like, if you don't jump ship or get promoted by 15% every 2 years, you should find another job. I'm like, I feel like that shit isn't as good of advice right now, especially with everything going on.
I think it depends on the type of work you do.
That's also true.
You know,
Because like medical, there's always work. They're
yes,
short staffed. You're fine. Tech or God, what else? And maybe it is just tech.
because here's the thing about tech, man, is that it's easily teachable, easily taught.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Most people can understand, the majority of what gets taught. So, you're just having a supplement of people in the workforce, but that's not the problem. The problem is these companies having to fire people to get 2% on their quarter. Oh, we made more money than last quarter, so we're good.
Yeah, they got to hit like shareholder expectations
Yeah,
and shit.
that's what it is. It's garbage.
That's a dream I have, is like, if I end up massively wealthy, like hundreds of millions, I want to go find a game studio and like, hey, let's make I want to fund the making of, I don't know, a Darth Bane game or something, like some game that would be awesome, or a Force Unleashed 3 or something,
Mm-hmm.
Like, how much do you need to make sure that everybody's like paid well and not crunched on like a good timeline? 100 million, cool, take it. Have like, do it right. I feel
100
like that would.
million, dude. I don't even know. I don't know if that's enough for games anymore, man.
No. I don't mean 100 million to like do the whole thing.
Mm.
Like 100 million to supplement, making sure you have enough time. Everybody's getting paid well enough.
I see.
Nobody's getting crunched. So like,
yeah.
how much can I give to make sure that this turns out right? You don't have to answer, or you don't have to rush it or anything like that.
Yeah. Just give me reports, updates periodically, and don't hesitate.
Like, I want to be like part of the decision process, like just like big shit. Like, oh, we're gonna do microtransactions. Fuck no.
No, we're not, motherfucker.
Like,
you're like the Costco CEO. You try to raise the price of the hot dog. You're like, I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Don't you dare touch that hot dog, motherfucker.
We'll all break in and rush your employees. Don't do it.
Apparently
that new Costco cookie's pretty good.
They got cookies at Costco.
Dude, it's like this big.
I know Jesus Christ.
It's like $2.65 and it's massive.
Listen, man. Underrated food court right there, dude. I know it's like haha Costco, but dude, all that food there is usually pretty goddamn good.
Yeah. I had the pizza there for the first time. Like with Abby, she's like, "You've never had Costco pizza?" I'm like, "No."
Bro, you've never had Costco pizza?
I've never had one of their hot dogs either. I had the chicken bake. And so we went and got
that chicken bake is the closest thing to heaven I've ever been to. I swear to God, that shit is so good.
It's gooey, like the sauce just runs all over your mouth when you bite into it. Like, it's great.
So we went just dripping in my mouth.
Explosive. So we went and got a pizza and hot dogs. I'm like, damn, this is good. Dude, if I was like struggling financially, I'd go to Costco every day. You get a whole ass pizza for $10. You get a hot dog for $1.50 and a drink. Like, yeah, it's not the best in terms of health, but when you're struggling, that's not your first priority.
No. And that pizza last year for like lunch and dinner, let's say you skip breakfast, which I don't recommend, but let's say you do.
Yeah.
Lunch and dinner, that could probably last you 3 days.
Yeah. They got salads there too with like chicken on top. Dude. Got to game the system right there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you got to buy the membership, but I mean,
that pays for itself. That comes out to $5 a month.
Yeah.
And it's definitely worth it, especially if you're going there for like the food.
Yeah, and you go there for you could get gas,
Get some
you know.
samples.
Yeah.
So definitely worth it.
A gym and a Costco membership that'll let you live a long time.
Yep. Dude, there's cheap gym memberships too, like $15 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And that provides you a shower, go get your
Shower.
cardio
Yep.
in, stay
Yep.
healthy. Oh man.
But it's even, you know what's even more fucked up? Is that we gotta talk about this. Like we're not living in the richest country on the planet.
Yep. Like how to survive in the
In
most well-off
America.
country. Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy, man. Holy shit.
Oh God. Be grateful for what you have, folks. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like I said, perspective, man. Every once in a while you see something. It always hurts me to see people who are like in their like 60s or 70s working full time. It's like, damn. Like, they'll be super sweet. And I'm sure they're enjoying their day, but man, there's some part of me that's like, man. Like, it sucks you have to do that,
And then Ben Shapiro was like, "Oh, we got to raise the retirement age. You shouldn't be retiring at 65 anyway." He's like, "Motherfucker, I will kill you."
Yeah. You shouldn't have to go work at like Walmart when you're 65. Now, yes, when you retire, should you still do something every day to keep your body healthy? Duh. But you shouldn't have to go earn your living or die.
Nope.
Like, you should be able to kick
I
back.
mean-
All right, I worked hard. Now I'm going to golf every day and then, go to the gym and stay healthy, enjoy my retirement, relax.
It's not this. That's not what's gonna happen, man. It's not gonna be the future. They're talking about fucking Social Security running out in the 80s. That shit is not happening for us, my friend. It is not. Get expected to work for unless you get extremely rich, get ready to work for the rest of your life, man.
Yeah.
Dude,
if they cut Social Security today, I mean, for everyone who's not retired, let's say like age 30 and below, and they took that same amount and put it into a like federal 401k, invested in like something safe, like a target date fund, you would have so much more money than Social Security pays out. Like, so much more. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point.
No.
At all. That's why, like, don't count on Social Security. Just pretend like it's not going to be there. Do your 401k, do an IRA, not official financial advice, because we have to say that. But don't count on somebody rescuing you.
Yeah, especially not the goddamn government, man.
Yeah. Like, set yourself up. Oh, man, it's wild. I know we've been looking at, dude, there's apartments in Thailand for like $800 a month, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Everything's super cheap there. I've been seeing constant videos just out of nowhere. Oh, I'm living in Thailand as a remote worker.
Yeah.
Here's my apartment. Dude, the apartment buildings there. Roof pool, giant, like 40th floor, like city view.
Yeah.
Cafe, restaurant, giant gym. It's insane. I'm like, wow. What are we doing wrong?
I know what we're doing wrong. We're just buying land, putting shit up on it, getting it subsidized by somebody. Oh yeah, we'll cover 40% of that. Okay, cool. Rent it out to one person for $200 a month. You know what I'm saying? It's like nobody's living in the motherfuckers because you charge everyone else $6,000 to live there.
Yeah. I just watched a video on real estate, and the dude, he pulled up like a tweet screenshot, and it was, Europeans can never understand this, and it's a building with like a massive parking lot. And it's just for that one building, like not even a skyscraper, just a tiny building, or like these houses with all this land. It's like, dude, you could build buildings and rent it out to people for like $600 a month, but instead you're going to build this giant house and then sell it for, $1.5 million. And oh, it's wild.
It's fucked up, man.
Yeah. And
I hate it.
I've seen people be like, oh, if they ban TikTok, I'm moving out of the country. I could see that happening for a lot of people. I really could, especially with like remote work.
What a weird decision, man.
Yeah.
What a weird decision. You know, it's like the one thing that the Democrats need is like the younger vote. You know what I'm saying? And Biden, Democratic president. Um, you would think like, and it's even more fucked up is that they push like, you know, like they have accounts to like show Biden off on TikTok. I'm like, but you guys are banning it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And
That's
of
been the
course, they're
biggest
gonna
thing.
hold off they're gonna hold off until people forget, and right after the election, you know, whoever wins, of course, they're gonna fucking lock that shit down, dude.
Yeah. That's
It's
crazy.
trash.
I know. I was thinking, like, man, if it does just get shut down, what am I going to post on to replace it? I'm like, man, I got to go back to like Instagram or something. I'm like, ugh.
Yep. Welcome to
Nothing
America.
else is as fun.
You can't have anything you like, and you'll pay us for it.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
It's like, man, that's the best part. I enjoy TikTok. Like, it's a lot of fun. Oh, God. What do you think, folks? Where are you posting if TikTok gets shut down?
Or will you continue posting at all?
Yeah. Are you just going to, I've seen people say they're going to just uninstall. They're just going to like close all of their social media, except like YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, that's valid.
Yeah. So,
you know, I'm not a big, like, it's funny, man. I had my Instagram linked to my TikTok just for whatever, you know. And I was getting into some argument with this guy, and he's like, "Oh, judging by your Instagram, you're like 12 years old." I'm like, "Motherfucker, I haven't updated my Instagram in like, I haven't posted a photo on my Instagram in like legitimately 5 years."
Yeah.
And I haven't updated that profile photo since I started this shit in like 2009.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been that long. I just don't use that shit, you know?
Yeah, Instagram, I don't enjoy it. It's not fun. You know?
It's not the same, you know?
Plus now, like, scrolling through with TikTok, they do it a little bit, but your For You page is mostly stuff you follow.
Yes.
They expose you to some new stuff, or that's like what you follow. Instagram, dude, it's like every other post is someone I don't know, something I've never seen, and I'm like,
shit, I don't care about. I'm like, bro,
yeah.
what is this? You know, like I don't care.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh.
Alrighty. Well, you gotta push it hard, baby. You gotta really ram it. There you go. Doors on the fritz.
Yes, the door. Is that what your nickname
Push
is? You gotta push it really hard, babe. You gotta ram it. Yeah, the
door's
acting
stubborn.
Just heavy breathing.
Oh God, what's going on below this desk? All right. Well, no, go for it.
I'll say it's like that. It's something that it was like, oh, the longest like ratio of body size to penis size is like the barnacle or something like that. And Danny DeVito was like, "Can you please stop calling me the barnacle?" That's what it reminds me of. Please, guys.
Oh, that's great.
I don't need to be known as the barnacle anymore.
Yeah, I don't need the attention. Oh God, that's great. What do y'all think about barnacles? Hope you enjoyed episode 32. Should we do more gaming while wrinkled episodes?
Yes, Elden Ring.
Yes. And I need to figure out why that's freezing.
I just think Discord is weird, man.
Yeah. Might have to do something other than Discord, but it wasn't working with the other one either.
No, it was a little finicky as well.
Yeah.
So
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. All right.
Oh my God.
We'll see you in the next one, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.